You rematch.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dice Odyssey. I'm Kaz, and today I'm going to be talking to you. I'm going to do a little bit of a different video than I normally do. If you're a normal viewer of the channel, I'm going to be talking about my buddy, Sam Healey. My top 10 favorite Sam Healey moments, okay? Number one, full disclosure, he is who I would consider a close friend of mine now. We've gotten to know each other pretty well over the past couple of years. And Sam is a heck of a character. If you've ever watched him on the Dice Tower, which I'm sure many of you have, you know Sam is extraordinarily opinionated, as the Emperor would put it, about a great many things. And he can be a bit of a Sith Lord himself, if you know what I mean. Sam can. But he's also one of the nicest guys I think I've ever met. And I can say that, meaning I've met a ton of people in my life. And Sam is one of the most genuine. That's another reason I think that I love him on the Dice Tower top 10s. He's so genuine. He's so real. Whether you agree with him or not, whether you think he is completely off base or he's right on point, it doesn't matter. You know he's saying what he thinks. And that's what I like about him. He's a straight shooter. And you need more of those in the world. Too many people are fake, right? So the Dice Tower itself has made a huge impact in my life. And as you probably are aware now, if you haven't heard already, that Sam Healey is leaving the Dice Tower. To have any of them gone, it just feels like it would be an incomplete team. Now, that's not to say the Dice Tower can't go on without Sam. It certainly could. But I really feel like, man, a huge piece is going to be missing from this point on. The weird thing was, I knew about the announcement, and I don't want to sound like an inside man or anything, but I mean, Sam and I have been talking about this for quite some time. I knew about the announcement well before he actually announced that he was leaving. And I know the reasons why, and I can't get into those here. That's Sam's business. And if you want to know anything that he may want to tell you about it, you can go check out his Q&A. I think he did a few months back on the Dice Tower about it. I do want to say I love this man, and he was a massive influence on me even. Well, the Dice Tower was a massive influence on my life, even getting to start this channel, but before that, getting back into gaming heavily. I want to send this thank you out to Tom Vassell and the rest of the Dice Tower crew. Thank you for the work that you do. You got me back into gaming years and years ago. I have had to go through, and I got Tom's permission for this, but I went through and I parsed out so many different video clips of Sam and the things that I love about him. And it was the hardest thing in the world making a top 10 list or a list of any kind of my favorite moments and not have this thing be 3 or 4 hours long, this video, you know. So I've had to, there's so many moments that I'm going to be leaving out here, but I would love it if you put your own favorite Sam Healey moments down in the comments, especially if I missed some, because again, there's a ton that I could have included, but I didn't want to make this video that long, you know. So I went ahead and made, and some of these will be strung together moments, some of these will be multiple times he's done these type of thing moments, and you know, I'll be skipping around a little bit here and there so the video doesn't get too long. Now, my number 10, it's when they were doing their pop culture top 10 lists, you know, favorite movies and favorite this, favorite that had nothing to do with board games. And Sam kept on going in there and saying things like, you know, my top 10 game. I said game again when I should be saying movies or something else. It was hilarious.
All right, my number 10 is a game. See, there we go. We're usually doing games. It's a movie that I don't even know what came out. All right, my number 9 is a game that we.
That game, we did it again twice.
Oh, that's out.
That's a joke. That's happening for sure. Woo!
All right, my number 5 is a game that is.
Hilarious. Wow.
Oh, and my number 5 is a movie. So I said, okay, that's fine. I have the Dread Pirate Roberts version of the game. the movie.
Please save all these clips.
Well, this is in the video. I'm not cutting this out, right?
Anyway, I have the Dread Pirate Roberts version of the movie.
Sam, what's number 10?
All right, my number 10 is a game that we actually just got through talking about a few days ago.
He said game.
And I'm sorry, I did it again!
It's on, baby.
used
Let's
to
count.
saying
We're going to count these this time. One so far.
Oh my goodness. All right, so my number 10 is a movie that we were just talking about a few days ago, and it's my favorite of the series. It is in a series of I did it again. That's a series of movies.
You know, sometimes it's nice to talk about things that aren't games.
And we like to take bets on how many times Sam is going to start one of his numbers by saying, this game... no, wait! My over-under is he will do it 3 times.
At least once, probably.
We will see. Anyway, today we're talking about movies that need a sequel, deserve a sequel. We want a sequel for them.
Should have had a sequel.
Okay.
That's right. And also we are making sure that we do not pick, as far as we are aware of, games that... movies that don't have a sequel in the works. Again, as far as we know...
All right, my number 10 is a. See, I almost said game, but I didn't.
I almost had it.
1-0.
Yes.
My number 10 is a movie. That my number 8 is a game that I did it.
Yes, baby. 1 to 1.
Okay, that's 1. I said I would do it once.
We're tied.
All right.
Mortal Kombat.
My number,
Annihilation, which is...
All right, my number 7 is a game. Two stupid. We need to stop doing game lists and then movie lists. All right, my number 6 is a movie.
There you go, baby. Almost got you.
Movie.
I almost got you.
And shut up! You're trying to set me up for failure. What's wrong with you?
We're here to help.
All right, my number 5.
Got a lot of money riding on
movie.
I would want a sequel to this reboot. The original game...
Yeah, baby!
Tied 2 and 2 right now. The original movie...
reboot or a sequel or anything like that. And it is a game that I...
That's it!
Okay. No, we still got one more. You're going to do it.
I know, no.
You're going to do it.
My number 9 hilarious Sam Healey moment is a string of moments again. It's his intros, okay? And I don't mean those long game intros he does without naming the game. That's another thing altogether. But no, I'm talking about the silly intros, whether he's wearing weird headgear or he's headbanging on the back talk videos. Okay, we'll start with those first, but then you're going to see a whole ton of different little funny little intros that Sam does. Let's roll them.
Melting your fur.
All right. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Face melting.
Yeah, my glasses came off, baby.
That's hard rocking.
Yeah.
Folks, I'm Tom Vassell.
Z Garcia, what's up?
I'm dizzy now.
Hey! How you doing? Welcome to the Dice Tower. They put me in the middle.
All right. Hey, folks, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia, what's happening? That's
And
right.
I'm Sam Healey.
That was
not
very
worth the
dramatic.
wait. That was not worth the wait.
All right, folks. All right, folks, welcome to the Dice Tower. My name is Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia, how you doing?
And I'm Sam Healey. I don't care how you're doing.
So
Hey, we got a laugh track apparently.
bad.
Nice.
Vassell.
Z Garcia, what's happening?
Sam Healey.
You're gonna
What's
just
up?
His intros get more dramatic each top 10.
I am Samuel of the Healy clan.
Got something in your throat, Dan?
I got something on my hand.
I am Sam Healey Tree.
Today we're talking about our top 10 turkeys. Now what?
I thought this was a game about games.
Maybe
That was good.
that was
good.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, all right.
Do it again, Sam. Cracks me up.
Welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Tom Basil.
I'm C. Garcia. How you doing?
So anyhow,
Hi,
What is that?
okay, I can't wear the mask anymore. It's too hot.
I'm Sam Healey.
All right, folks. Today we're doing our top 10 horror games.
Can I put Sam as number 1 on my list?
I am getting a little frightened here, actually. Okay, well, maybe we should.
I say nay.
I get it.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our top 10 horror games, but first let's talk a little bit about how we made the list, or at least how we ordered the list. I think this will be a.
Kevin, just don't look that way.
I think this will be a list where we shouldn't get as much flack for the games we put on it.
And there's going to be some overlap, is what you're thinking, huh?
I think I'm gonna say there's gonna be at least 3 games that will be on everyone's list.
I'm right there with you on that one. My head says yes.
What does my head say?
Nay?
Nay?
Every time I see Sam in that horse mask, I'm thinking Godfather. Our number 8 is going to be Sam talking about something on their top 10 list of great ways to run a great game store. Okay, how to best run a good game store, and their tips for that. Watch what Sam talks about. It's hilarious.
And I think I want to move to the handheld over here because I want to get a little bit down. Please, for the love of all that is holy and good in this world, have a clean bathroom. If someone doesn't want to defecate in your establishment, it's too dirty. Take a hint and clean it up!
I mean, it's rare that I hear the word defecate come out of anybody's mouth these days. Defecate out of mouth. Oh, never mind. Forget I said that. Let's move on. Our number 7 are the philosophical differences and arguments that they got into on some of the top 10s and such. Just some of it was comedy gold, but it also made you think in a funny, introspective way, I guess. Just watch. And there's a few of these strung together, so it might be a little bit longer. Enjoy.
All right, what's your number 6?
All right, my number 6 is where we're going to have our little dispute.
Ooh. This is good.
Actually, I'm gonna let Z talk about it. Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
Go.
My number 6,
All right.
pandemic.
What? That is not sci-fi.
All right, I'm going to read a bunch of names out to you.
You know what that genre is called?
Just a moment.
Fiction.
No.
Not science fiction.
Stop before you dig your hole.
Okay, go.
Okay, listen. Contagion, 12 Monkeys, Outbreak, The Thaw, I Am Legend, The Omega Man, The Andromeda Strain, Carriers, Warning Sign, 28 weeks later, Mimic, The Happening, Cabin Fever. All of these movies are labeled as sci-fi in the International Movie Database.
Oh, wow. Well, if we're going to be using that.
They all have the same...
You mean the Internet Movie Database?
Whatever.
The Internet where no one lies ever. There?
Come on, IMDb. Where most people go. Come on, don't even go there. Definitely a sci-fi thing.
It's a squeaker, but all right.
Definitely, no, it's not even a squeaker.
Yeah.
It's a solid sci-fi.
Okay, and here's why I'm going to argue with you.
Sci-fi.
I think a lot of those movies are sci-fi. Like, for example, you mentioned The Seven Monkeys, because the guy used the time travel, 12 Monkeys, he used a time travel thing to go in the past. In
Yeah,
Pandemic...
it's not the unleashing the virus that's sci-fi. It's the time travel.
Pandemic can happen today. That doesn't make that mean it can't be sci-fi.
So could Contagion.
Pandemic
a
could
sci-fi movie.
I don't consider Contagion sci-fi though. Contagion's like an actual.
But it is. I don't care if you do. I'm talking about what everybody else thinks.
More comments. All right, folks.
Oh, by the way, there's a new TV show that just came out this month. It's called Helix.
No, that's definitely sci-fi.
Same thing.
There's freaky stuff happening in that.
No,
Sci-fi.
it's same thing.
Freaking stuff happening.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I mean, it's
Get that puppy on a shirt.
it is the same thing. It is a viral outbreak that's happening, and everybody's trying to stop it. How is that not sci-fi?
Just give it to him. He'll punch you.
No, I won't punch you, but I will do this. I will do this, and I'll do this. I'll go.
And we're back. What's your number 6?
All right, my number 6.
Pandemic.
This is the no.
Now here's my controversial pick. Not really controversial, but my number 8 is Caverna. Now, I think Caverna is fun with all sets of players.
I'm going to enjoy listening how you fit the word casual into Caverna.
Because I really feel like it is casual. You're simply just buying stuff and oh yeah. Okay, hang on. Okay, I can do this. I think that Caverna is not that difficult a game, and you can play it on a casual level. You can flip the buildings over where there's fewer buildings to buy, and it's pretty simple. You're taking goods and putting them in your thing. I don't think it's much more complicated than I can teach it. Why? Even a camera person is making fun of me here. All right.
No, she's agreeing with you.
Well, you're not saying nothing.
Do I have to?
Thanks. No, listen.
Caverna!
I really think Caverna can be played with almost anybody. It looks complicated. There's a kabillion pieces, but it's not that hard.
But that's exactly what we were talking about. It's a game that, I mean, you pull out Caverna to a new person, a non-gamer, their eyes are going to get like snow globes, and they're going to gloss over before you even start teaching the game. Now, the next list we do, the strategic in-depth game, yeah, Caverna goes on that list. But
I'm feeling like I'm on really shaky ground here, and I feel like the comments aren't going to...
This is your famiglia.
No, look, I don't think it's as complex as you guys are saying. I really...
No, it isn't complex. But again, you're talking from, what, 15 years of experience?
All right, but this is my argument, and I know what people are going to say, and they're going to say, you should have put...
Do the voice! Do the voice! Okay, you say it, and then here we go.
No, people are going to say that I should have put Agricola, all creatures great and small.
You should just put Agricola, all creatures great and small.
This is some
Thank you!
southern snot. Yes. Okay, but I understand that, but the thing is I found with these games is that because the theme is so strong, they really are that simple to teach. All right, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll let the comments beat me, but I'm sticking with it. I'm not sticking with it like super strong.
It's an interesting choice.
All right,
Plus,
fine.
I don't know about paying $80 for a 2-player casual game.
Z, do your 8.
Okay, my number 8. Le Havre. Le Havre.
No, you did not put that. You did not put that one down.
Okay, my number 9 is a little card game that came out from Yellow that I'm not sure a lot of people have heard about, and it's called Kobayakawa. Kobayakawa is...
What?
Never heard of it, huh? Kobayakawa is this little card game that came out at Essen Spiel this year, actually.
It's December, right? It's not April.
Yes.
Yes, that's not a joke, Sam. It's a real card game. And it's basically a micro game. It's a game that has 15 cards and several tokens. That's all that's in the game.
And
Oh my goodness.
unspellable name.
It's Kobayakawa. And you only bid one chip in this game. If
All
you're
right.
in, you just want to...
You need to bring this to our live thing, okay?
I will.
That we have already posted.
You're gonna make us play that? That just didn't sound...
I think you'll like it. I'm not sure Sam will like it. I really enjoy
You're going to find out.
Kobayakawa.
Well, is it like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
It's 10
it's 5 minutes out of your life. All right.
So that's my number 9. Really cool micro.
All right, so
There must be a really thick chasm between your number 1 and your number 10. That game, in my opinion, my humble opinion,
you haven't played it yet.
does not belong on a best of the year.
I really like it. It's one of those games
A micro game on a best of the year?
Yeah, I don't think the size of the game has anything to do with the quality of the game.
All right, what do you got?
Poetry right there. It's
Alrighty. Alright, my number 9 is probably
going to
also
be a
game.
massive game, Sam.
No, it's not massive.
Yeah, this shouldn't be
Not
on
a
this
micro
list.
game. Not a micro game.
Go.
What's the game?
What is it?
You probably didn't pick this one either. But it's a game that I surprisingly enjoyed. Because I usually don't enjoy games like this. And I do see the appeal that the game will have. And the wider spectrum. And that is 5 Tribes.
Why, a Euro?
Yes, it is a Euro. And again,
Wow.
I usually am not liking games like this. But the reason I added
so
5
weird.
Tribes to my list is because, and it's low, it's a 9. It's not like it blew me out of the water.
10 best games of the year. It didn't blow you out of the water?
No, it didn't blow me out of the water. You're telling me a 15 card and some tokens blew you out of the water?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, my number 8 is another game that Sam will deeply disagree with because it's a little card game. It's a very light game because it's just a little itty bitty box. And that game is Cryptos.
That's in your top 10?
Yeah, that's in my
Top 10?
That's my number 8.
Wow.
Cryptos
Wow,
is-
that's a good game, but top 10.
Oh, we're on 9s.
Huh?
No, we're on 8s. We're on 8s. We just did
Right.
I just did my 9s. Oh,
Yes.
you stopped and started.
Wow.
Was it too quick?
Anyhow, so you have another dinky card game, Cryptos. It's actually a good game, though.
It's a great game. It's a little game, yeah, but again, I don't. That really, truly does not factor into my favorite gaming experiences.
And I'm not saying it should. I'm just surprised.
Yeah, I don't think it does. I mean, I think it doesn't for me at all. Whether the game is long, it's short, it's heavy, or it's light, I do not care. Is it fun?
Hey to the men.
You know,
Every
about-
time I play
I'm
Cryptos, I
just going
get
to throw
tired.
this out here. I'm about to eat my own words because I looked at my number 8. So it's okay. You don't have to butter it up.
Come on now. You
What's
laid
the
your
deal?
bed. You lie in it.
what's
Get my crow.
eat that crow? What is
That
it?
crow.
But wait, I don't have one of those games on
My
this
number
list.
8, you might have picked this, but my number 8 is Spyfall.
Oh, yeah, I got one.
That was one. Okay, good.
That's not that small. There's a ton of cards in the game.
It's definitely bigger than his micro game stuff. So it's just one of those.
Wait, this is a party game, isn't it?
Nah.
No, it's a party game, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
There you go.
It's a really good.
Yes, we're turning sad.
No, you're not actually.
It's okay to like party games, Sammy. Sam's just picked a hard to find indie party game for his top 10 of the year.
All right.
Rubbing off on
Pleased
me,
as
Z.
can be right now.
I think healthy debate's a great thing, and it lends to great TV. I'm sorry, it's great entertainment when you see people disagree and actually hash it out, and it turns into funny situations. My number 6, Sam is amazingly good at being a troll. He just is. He loves trolling Z. He loves trolling Tom and just about anybody he disagrees with. He's the king. I mean, he might as well go live under a bridge and ask for a toll for people to pass it. You know what I mean? That's how much of the troll this guy is. But his general trollishness can be hilarious sometimes, especially when it backfires on him at times. It's so funny to watch. But in general, that's what this next segment's going to be, is Sam's general trollishness.
Mine is basically that, but I did make sure that there were games that are available. If you are going to, go out, buy them, and stick them in a sock, then they should be available. So I did that. I had a big list, and I went through it. And if it's just hard to find, it isn't there. Cool stuff doesn't carry it, whatever. Then I discounted it.
Well, I'll come in on this, and then we'll give you a little bit of time to think about what you're going to say.
This is clearly something you guys talked about.
Yes, it is.
What happened?
I, too, made sure that all of my games on this list were available. I mean, if we're going to talk about them, you should be able to go out and get them, right? Right.
So
Woo!
I just picked the top 10 small games, and then I realized, after looking them up, don't spit on the table! That almost none of them are actually available. So I rejiggered my list quickly.
Casual game.
Yes. Knock it out. All right. My number 5 is Jambo. 2-player trading game.
Otherwise known as Jambo.
I actually thought about
Pronouncing it correctly?
Wow.
Blood rain!
go for the vote.
Go.
All right, well, my number 1, again, we're going on what Tom...
That was a great sound. Do it again, Sam.
Stop. All right, go ahead and talk about your expansion.
All right. It's...
Dad, can we play? Stop. All right, go ahead.
All right, anyway, Ticket to Ride. Now, my expansion that you have to buy for Ticket to Ride is the 1910 expansion. What the 1910 expansion does for you is it takes those little tiny microscopic cards that the base game gives you, and it blows them up to regular size. So now that your big meat hook hands can actually hold the deck of cards without mangling them. And I think it's essential. You cannot play without it as much.
Okay.
There you go.
Such a jerk.
Baby.
Yeah.
Number 10 is Core Worlds. Core Worlds is a deck building game which feels very similar to Isaac Asimov's Foundation series, where you're building up armies and spaceships.
Listen to him.
Oh, I'm sorry, I read.
You're learning.
Oh,
You have
he
read the
reads.
Foundation series.
Thou art literate.
Have you read it?
I've read some of it. Sure.
It's really good. Anyway.
Foundation and Empire,
Does it have
all
pictures?
that jazz.
No, it doesn't.
I'm out.
I will.
Foundation.
Anyhow, in this game, you start with a pretty basic fleet. It's a deck building game, but as it goes by, you get cooler and bigger things, and you're out there conquering planets and adding them to your venue. I like it a lot. I especially like it with 3 players. I think with 4 or 5, it drags out a little bit longer than it should.
I found it too mathy. I remember I only played once a long time ago, and it was really mathy.
That's exactly what I remember from this game. It's like, okay, the game's over. Get your calculators out, folks.
Even during the game, there was a lot of
that
like.
too.
I don't think it's that mathy, but I also think it works
Yeah,
better
but
with
you know
3.
how to read, man.
I know, right? You're literate.
I feel like
For the rest of us folks,
I just stumbled out of Beverly Hillbillies
good thing
episode.
we all
Like
have smartphones now because we don't have to carry around those big calculators anymore.
So my number 10, Core Worlds. Z.
He's getting sick of this garbage. My number 10 is a children's game.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
My
you
first spaceship.
You could play.
Oh my goodness.
Sam's on fire today, man.
Go.
My number 10 is Cosmic Encounter.
No.
Yeah, I'm not coming back.
All right.
Okay, now, like Tom, I'm starting off mild. I didn't go for the throat right on number 10.
You can't get worse than
I
that.
do actually enjoy Cosmic Encounter. However, at the end of the day, it is simply a negotiation game. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less, maybe. It's negotiation. That's all. What's the big hoopla?
It's negotiation with like tentacles and freaky alien powers. It's great.
I don't even know what to say.
Are you kidding me?
He's speechless, everyone.
I love how both Tom and Z jumped up when he said Cosmic Encounter. I about lost it. My number 5, Sam's absolute hatred for some games. Now I know we all know if you watch the show at all, you know he hates Dominion, you know he hates like Puerto Rico and this and the other. But just watch. Some of these are hilarious, especially the guy's reaction to them, to what he says. Oh, it's comedy gold.
All right, my number 3, Agricola.
Really?
So there's this
Really?
guy
Wait.
who designed this game.
Wait.
right?
Wait. Really?
Yes.
Save it.
We'll be right back.
Number 2. C, take it.
So there's this guy who designed this game, right? Called Agricola. And it came out and everybody loved it. And
I love it.
Agricola is a really bad game. And
No, it's not a bad game. It's a game you don't like. There's a difference.
ranked number 2.
Number 2? You mean there's only one other game
There's only one better game
that's
in the
better
world,
than
according
Agricola,
to the general
which is
consensus.
like reading a book about farming because there's so many cards in the game and the print is so small that I've got to wear 2 pairs of glasses to read them.
July 4th, 2015.
I don't want to feed all my people.
Was the
Let them
date-
get their own food. Have them cut up one of the sheep that's in their pen.
in the bedroom, apparently.
Yeah, sleeping with the thing. I'm so hungry. Kill your pet.
All right.
I'm not an advocate of killing domesticated animals.
It's too late. It's too late.
We've crossed that point.
This is the date people remember when the dice tower went down. All right.
From all the traffic.
Number 5.
All right, here we go. My number 5 is Agricola.
What?
Top 5?
I really like Agricola.
And on a Shogun note,
I will stand firm to my belief. I really like Agricola. I think Agricola really brought a lot of, to me, just diversity. And yes,
He's a speed reader, by the way.
you do not need to go and watch the overrated thing to see Z's problem with Agricola. And I do understand it to some degree, but I think the journey in Agricola is that much fun. I think taking the different roles and the different ways to accomplish it, I really get a kick out of it. And I don't care if some people don't like farming sheep. This game, I think, made it fun.
I think the best thing about Agricola is the animal meeples, and it doesn't come in the box.
Journey Schmurney. I want my 3 hours back.
All right. But I like it. I knew I was going to get garbage. All right, go ahead. Your turn. My number 6
one
is
after that.
Pictionary.
All right, number 6 is Pictionary. My number 6 is also a party game, and you know how much I love party games.
More than Tom, from
More
what I
than
just
Tom,
heard.
apparently, yeah. Oh man, I hate giving gifts to people that I don't know. Why would you do that? Why would you try to give a gift to somebody that you don't know? You have no idea what they like.
What you're saying, charity and...
I understand that. But I think they understand where I'm
You guys say,
coming from.
Sam, can you give them money? You're like, I don't know those people. I'm not giving
I hate
it to them.
giving gifts.
I know it's not what you meant.
Gift Trap is the game that I'm talking about, and it simulates the awkwardness of giving somebody a present and you don't know if they're going to like it or not. You're hoping they do, but and then on the other side, it's simulating this. Oh, they gave me this, and they thought I would like that.
When Sam said, I hate giving gifts, and then you see Tom's reaction, I think Z laughed more at Tom's reaction than he laughed so much at what Sam said. Now, I could be wrong, but I watched that video, that clip, and every time I lose it. Every time. It didn't matter how many times. It's because of Tom and Z's reaction to it. And Sam looks so stone-faced about it. Like he doesn't know what's going on. I die every time watching it. So that's my number 5. Now, my number 4 is one you might not really think of right off the bat, but it's one of my favorite Sam Healey moments just because of the situation, It's their first 24-hour marathon. I think it was 5 years ago now, 6 years ago. But anyway, it was their first 24-hour marathon, and they're playing Shadows over Camelot. And, there can be a traitor in that game, and you have to suss them out. Well, Sam makes a discovery.
Put it on the Saxons. I mean, but even if it comes into a race, we still have 2 more we get before it goes.
This turn, we're going to play 2 more cards.
Sam, it's your call.
Yeah.
I have our side, Sam.
Place it over here.
All right.
Accusing you.
You're accusing me?
Are you sure?
No!
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You're accusing me?
Yes, I am.
All right.
No.
Yeah, it's me.
No. But we do add a white sword.
Every stinking time! Every time you lie! You lie!
Got him. Got him.
It's always Tom's reaction that gets me going. He's just so over the top sometimes, but I really, like, he's seriously like, I had no idea it was Z, like the way he acted about it. I love that moment. It's one of my favorite Sam Healey moments just because of the situation. Z's so good at lying. My number 3, it's where these guys are playing Cinco Linko. It's a game that used to be called OK Play. I've even reviewed it on my channel. My kids love it, and it's a good game, but it's a very simple game. Well, these guys decide that they're going to take it up a notch from being a simple game of Cinco Linko.
Can't deal with my Cinco Linko skills.
Wait a minute. Well, that's because we were playing normal Cinco Linko.
Right.
What else is there, man? Cinco Linko is that's how you play it.
Tell him, Tom.
It's time for Cinco Linko Deluxe Extreme! I came to hydrate and destroy at Cinco Linko. And, no, we just ran out of water. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll clean that up.
Let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna Cinco Linko so hard, they're gonna wish their mother never gave them birth.
Let's get ready to Cinco Linko. Here I go, I'm starting. Bam!
Yeesh, I wasn't expecting that.
Bring the heat. What
Try
do you
that. Yeah!
Tom and that pink hair. Yeah, it suits him. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to my number 2. My number 2. If I did not include this, somebody should be crying foul, okay? The vomit.
My number 3 is a game that I enjoy with 6, even though it's an older game. I think it's 20 years old now at this point. And I think this game frustrates Sam. Robo Rally. I really like Robo Rally with 6 players on 1 or maybe 2 boards. Crisscrossing over lots of danger and destruction. Lots of... You guys both hate Robo Rally?
Power grid being long.
Yeah.
2 boards, 6 players.
No.
Good night.
Even though you play on 2 boards, you play in the area of 1 board. It's just that you play on 2 boards, so there's some variety amongst how you're going in that area. Okay, don't listen to these 2 sad sacks. Listen.
I haven't said anything.
You're just emanating. You don't like...
Sad sackness.
Do you like Robo Rally?
No.
Well, then, that's what I'm
But I
saying.
haven't said anything.
I'm feeling it.
You're like, don't listen to these 2 sad socks.
The temperature dropped while I was saying that. Okay, anyway. Robo Rally is a really entertaining game. You have to get into the mood, and I love programming stuff. I love seeing programming get messed up. And that's...
Why would you enjoy watching programs get messed up?
I don't know why.
It's so infuriating.
This is the same thing as Galaxy Trucker. It's the same exact feel. And see, the table. Think of the table.
Vomit.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks. Now listen. I've lost my train of thought. Covered in vomit. No, you did not like this game. But it is Zaya. Legends of the Drift System. All right, whatever. Okay. These guys
There's some disagreement for you. Pick a good game next time.
Yeah, double vomit. I'm always excited for that. If this table really had... Okay, anyway.
It would have a lot of stains.
My number 2 is a game that I bring up on top 10 list, and then you guys always boo me down instantly.
Does Sam do the barf thing he does?
From CGE Games.
Oh no. I spoke too soon, Samuel.
So that's Galaxy Trucker.
Oh no.
Now, before I do my number 1, one of the honorable mentions I almost forgot about, but I got to include here, is when they're talking about Pandemic Legacy in a review, and they're trying not to spoil it.
And watching our live playthroughs. So until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
Wait. Can I just say one more thing?
All right, fine.
Because I want to tell them about when the things happen that, like, such as when the...
You kidding? Anyhow, as I was saying, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia. Thank you, folks.
And I'm Sam Healey. See you on the flip side, y'all.
Sam keeps saying he's not a violent person, but I've seen him slap Z. I've seen him clothesline Jason. I mean, things we probably all have wanted to do at one time or another. I'm kidding. But anyway, I know this seems... I snuck one in there on you. Let's get to our real number 1 now. Our real number 1... it's a top 11, right? Our real number 1 is Sam making a speech about bad games. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a rousing, beautiful speech. Just watch.
Number 1.
No, my number 1 is and really publishers need to stop doing this. And you know you're doing it because I assume that you are good at what you do. You're good at making games. So stop making bad games because you know you're making a bad game when you publish it. I know you have a brain, and I know you can look at other games and say, you know what, this game is not as good as that game, and it's going to fit in the same demographic, or it's going to fit in the same genre of games. It uses the same mechanics, and this one just isn't as good as that one. Then don't publish it. I know that some people are going to like it. I know that some people, because 1,000 people kickstarted it, they'll like it. Or maybe they will, just based upon what... But if you know that this is not a good game, it's subpar even by your standards, don't just pump it out. Put some more time into making it good. Or if you can't make it good, throw it out and start on something else. Stop making bad games. People who are backing bad games on Kickstarter, stop it. I know this is mainly meant for publishers.
This is so deep, man.
Shut up.
I'm not crying, man. Somebody, they cut it to an onion or something. I don't know.
Just stop backing bad games because it's got, wow, look at those minis. Ooh, wow. But the gameplay is, meh. Stop, please. That's my number 1. Stop making bad games.
Well, thanks, Sam. My number 1 was stop making mediocre games, but I guess Sam's...
It's just beautiful. It's one of the most touching and moving things I've ever seen. Anyway, I need a moment. But that, in general, is my top 11 favorite Sam Healey moments. Again, gosh, I'm missing so many that I could have added. But how about you? What are your favorite top Sam Healey moments? And Sam, brother, I know you're probably watching this because it's got your name on it, and that'd be silly if you didn't watch it. The fact is, I love you. I consider you a really close friend, and I appreciate all the wonderful years of entertainment you've given me and my family. And the Dice Tower, look, love them, still going to watch. But it's just not going to be the same without you, brother. It's just not. And I think a lot of people will agree with this. Nobody can replace you. Nobody can take your place. There are many reasons why I started this game channel, but you and the Dice Tower particularly are one of the main reasons I was inspired to do it. And I really appreciate you, because without that, without the Dice Tower, without all of that going on, without me being able to go to Gen Con because of our sponsor company, Fallen Dominion, getting me there every year, I wouldn't have been able to meet you. And it was one of the highlights of my life, you know. Thank you so much, everybody else, for watching Dice Odyssey. I know this is a longer video, but I really wanted to make it and show my appreciation for the man, Sambo da Jambo of the Healey clan. He's in Blood Rage. Come on now. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day, and game away. This video is brought to you by Fallen Dominion Studios. Check out their website at fallendominionstudios.com.